Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lynn, and I hope that you had a wonderful 4-day weekend with 2 snow days. Today is Wednesday, February. We are now in the month of February, February 2nd, 2021. It is a day 3, and day 3 means you're either going to have art with Miss Panza or library with Miss Breeden. We haven't seen them in a while, so make sure you let them know that you missed them, welcome them back, and I challenge you to tell them that you like them just the way they are. Now, because we've been off for 4 days, I am pretty sure a lot of us have not been practicing our breathing. And I have to admit, as much as I think it's important and healthy to get myself centered and all of that, I didn't really do much of that practice either. So let's arrive. Let's just be here in the moment, present, and let's begin to savor, for instance, what is around us. Using your eyes, look for one thing that is interesting that you didn't notice before. Using your nose and your sense of smell, what do you notice there? And then with your ears, pause and observe. And notice those noises that you would not have noticed if you hadn't paid attention. And finally, with the biggest organ in our body, our skin, what do you feel? Now, moving forward, I like to close my eyes. You don't have to, but we're going to use any number of the breathing techniques that we have practiced already this year. I know that many of you guys are working hard at coming up with new breathing techniques. I promise we'll definitely share some of them, but part of mindfulness is also being content and calm and noticing and re-noticing those things that you already have with you. It's the opposite of the fast-paced life we're so used to. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Take your first breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, arrive in the here and the now. Go ahead and breathe in again. Filling your belly full of air like a balloon, and then nice and slowly, even slower than when you breathe in, let it out. As you breathe in, feel that cool or warm air filling in through your nose, coming into your belly, and then as you breathe out, let your shoulders relax. Give permission to do that and settle into that chair. Feel that chair supporting you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. And as you get into the rhythm, breathe in. Notice your body. Breathe out. Notice all 10 toes and both heels and the bottom of your legs. Breathe in. Notice your knees, both of them. Breathe out. Notice your hips and the lower back and your belly. Breathe in. Notice your chest and the upper back and shoulders. And then as you breathe out, turn your spotlight onto your arms, both elbows, both wrists, both hands, both sets of fingers. Breathe in. Notice your neck. And as you breathe out, notice how your head balances and is supported by that neck. And finally, notice what feelings you brought to school. Breathe out. Notice whether you have joy or enthusiasm or frustration or stress. Don't judge them. Sit with them, invite them in. Be kind to your emotions. Breathe in so that they can be kind back to you. Breathe out. Now in a moment you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. When you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and yeah, enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute or being respectful and letting me and our friends practice the breathing. Being respectful is one of our 3 Bs. Please practice it to others as well as for yourself. It's so important to be respectful to yourself. It's so important that as much as you say you like somebody else just the way they are, I hope you look yourself in the mirror and you say this real important truth, that you like yourself just the way you are. And we're all growing, we're all changing, we're all evolving, but we like our journey. Okay? And then also be responsible. That's our second B. Be responsible in taking care of others, be responsible in taking care of yourself. And then also make sure the things that belong to you or that you're in control of, that you're using them in a good way, right? Since that includes our thoughts and the words that come out of our mouth, make sure we're being responsible. And finally, be ready. Are you ready for today? We haven't had school in a while. Are you ready for today? Are you ready to kick off the short week and make it count? Not just in class, but also in the hallway, in the cafeteria, on the bus. Yes, everywhere, even at home. And finally, in the month of February, just as we talked about in our PBIS assembly, we're celebrating the character trait of honesty. We want to be honest about the things that we do, even when we've done something that wasn't right. You know, there are times when we haven't done the right thing. We've made a mistake and we don't want to admit to it. But can you? You know, there's a lot of you guys who might have made some poor decisions in the past, and some, you know who you are, and you've come and talked to me. And I've been so impressed. And you know, again, you know who you are when you have admitted that you've done the wrong thing. Most of the time, Mr. Lin and I, we're going to work together, and you, I should say Mr. Lin and you, we're going to work together and come up with a way to fix our problem. Okay? It all starts with honesty. But honesty is also about being honest about ourselves, right? Being honest and recognizing that sometimes we feel good, sometimes we don't feel great. But when it's all said and done, the honest truth is that you've got to like yourself as you are. So this really does tie into our last character trait of tolerance. And in February, we are celebrating Black History Month, which celebrates a whole group of people who were treated really, really wrong for hundreds of years, including, you can argue, today, just because of the color of their skin. And and sometimes not just how they're treated, it's just how other people even think of them. They might even be nice to them, but you know, maybe we automatically think that somebody with a different skin color is going to act a particular way, right? So we want to make sure that we're respectful of others, that we're tolerant and we're honest with ourselves when we have judged somebody the wrong way. Okay, so that's my connection between honesty and our last character trait of tolerance. I really want to celebrate both of those together. Because if we're honest, we're also going to be honest in making sure that we check ourselves. All right, I can't wait to see you guys around. Let's have a great Wednesday.